I am in Clovis, New Mexico. This is so freaking pretty. The clouds out here is horrible though. You should see. Y'all see my feet? I don't know if y'all can see that. Look at my shoes. I'm gonna wash all that out. Anyway, yeah, I just got through with this load and it's a hot mess, and I'm gonna have to trade it off because I got here late. I know. First of all, they gave me the load and then they gave me a load to pick up. I'm a solo driver, so I really should have had one extra day, especially with the weather being crazy. And then Phoenix had shut down the freeway. I'm gonna get on here and do some Saturday rambles in a minute, but I just want y'all to see that's gorgeous. I just ate at that little restaurant there. I know I'm supposed to be cooking. I'm gonna be cooking on the truck, but I was just like, I'm so tired. I don't know what to do. Get ready to get in this bed after I talk to y'all. Peace. I'm gonna turn around in a minute. What's up, people? I am tired as hell. I'm getting ready to go to bed. And I cut it in. I'm in Clovis, New Mexico. I just picked up a Cargill load in Friona. Had I gotten in and known I was going to be going that way earlier, I would have left out earlier and come to southward again from Arizona up in, but the quickest way was going 40 down. But the 17 in Phoenix was closed, so I had to wait anyway for a little bit. Some police issue, like, folks crazy. Anyway, so I got here, but I had rain and fog pretty much most of the way between southern Arizona and New Mexico, off and on. And then my truck is doing this heavy lean right, like it wants to lay on its side. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a truck or if it was a trailer, but it did it with this loaded trailer, and I did it with the empty a lot on the way up here. So I was between 45 and maybe 50 miles an hour. Weather didn't help either, but it was just kind of a weird feel. But it was like, I don't know, it was just weird. We're almost done anyway, them and their ghetto ass equipment. Part of me is really struggling with it because I really like my driver manager, but I'm not making the money I know I can make. And the equipment is just, I'm not feeling the love. I'm not feeling love on the trailers. I'm not feeling love on this truck. I mean, I like the truck, but I like 2017 for the storage space, but I really want a truck where I can have my refrigerator and microwave in it. It just would save me so much money. Like right now I got a chicken I got to throw out. I totally forgot about it. But I've been so busy, I was going to peel it and put it in a Ziploc and try to put it in the cooler. It would have lasted a couple of days in there. And then I got a little toaster oven, but I really want my microwave on here. And I would like toaster oven. I was going to also, when I was at that other company, I was going to get a Instapot and cook on the truck. But now I got to go through the BS. Also, guys, if it's this time of the year right around winter, make sure y'all got food on your truck. If anything happens, you got food. Because I got shut down for like 2 or 3 days. Luckily, I was at a Love's back when I was working for Pride. And they had shut the freeway down because that section of the freeway out there in, I think it was Lordsburg, New Mexico, they don't get snow. And when they do get snow, they just shut it down. let it melt. I mean, they don't have like snow plows and stuff. So they just let the stuff do what it naturally does because they don't get enough snow out there. And you'll be in parts of the country like that, or you just have a really bad snowstorm. It might be in the middle of the freeway. Jade and John, I think that's the name, Jade and John. They're not trucking anymore, but if you go back and see some of their old trucking videos and see where they got shut down in my home state of Flagstaff, and they got shut down there in Flag. I'm just rambling right now. I want to talk about something, but I can't remember what the hell I want to talk about now. Just a lot going on. I'm going to show y'all my mud. This truck is right in the front right now. This was another reason why I put a rug up here. And what you could do, I could have just gotten 2 plastic trash bags and tied them on my feet. But I had already walked through the mud just to get to the office. And that was light mud and tracked it in the truck. And then by the time I got back to where I had to go pick up the trailer, I had tracked the mud over there. And also, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. Yard dogs are your friends. Their job ain't really to do stuff, but sometimes when you need them to do something, keep a little extra change on the truck, like maybe $5, $10. I gave them $10 to have them pull out the trailer for me because it was really, really extra muddy. Probably went up to my calf, and I couldn't get to certain things anyway. But he had to pull it up. I had him pull it out and hold it up and roll the landing gear up So I get under it, and then I had to track back in there. But it would have been worse mud had I had to finagle trying to get it out from the hole it was in. So I just gave him a couple, a little bit of cash and said, man, enjoy your lunch. Blessed him and blessed me. So yard dogs can be your friend. One of them was really cool with me because I was going to have to sit and put the empty in the mud too. He said, take it back over to the wash and we'll move 2 trailers out. And I tried to find him because I wanted him to do it because I was going to give him, because he hooked me up. And I was going to hook him up with some loot. But I don't know where he went. He must have went to lunch because then I had to use this other Mexican dude that was there. So they were cool though. They were cool. Friona's not that far from my father, but they really didn't give me any time on the load to go see him. And had I known I would have got the load, I would have dropped south and come up, which is what I'm going to do next time through Lubbock. Because Friona's only like an hour, maybe 2 hours at the top, 2 to 3 hours from Lubbock. And I could have hung out with him, but I finished laundry and got something to eat instead in Phoenix because the freeway was closed down at the 17 and Camelback. And then they had detours all in here and the water out here. But the day right now is absolutely gorgeous. It's just cleared up, crystal blue sky. But if y'all see what I was in, I think I took some pictures of it and maybe even some video footage. I can't remember. I know I took pictures. I put them in the beginning. Oh. What else am I thinking about today? I'm just rambling. I gotta talk about. So, y'all don't talk too much politics, but I'm gonna just talk about the situation a little bit because I'm gonna segue to a video I watched. I can't remember the name. If I can find a video, I'll link it below. I think it's called Pimp Preacher. And I'm Christian. I am. I love God, trust me, I do. But since I was a child. But I have a problem with Perves. I do. So Pimp Preacher on this, and I forgot I subscribed to the channel. It must have been something he covered, and I liked his channel, and I subscribed to his channel. These folks don't know what the hell they do. So I subscribed to his channel. And today I had a video on there from him. It's like, this video, and I clicked it. He proceeds to talk about, I guess, this pastor or preacher. He raped this girl who was like 13 years old or something like that, maybe even younger, and continued to have sex with her off and on till she was 15, got her pregnant, had sex over 40 times with this girl. Then, I guess they arrested him, and he got life. He got some, I guess, life or life terms. I don't know all the details. I'm going to say this to y'all. So I guess he said that feedback on this was people were not happy about this guy getting life for this situation. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with people. Something is wrong with humans. Something's wrong. Something's wrong when you think it's okay for a child to be raped and or molested. This is America, right? In America, you are not an adult until you're 18 years of age, okay? One artist that I don't watch anymore, I can't do R. Kelly. I was done with R. Kelly. I saw the original video when he first got caught with the little girl, the sex tape he did with the little girl, and she was like a teenager. And a friend of mine, I love her dearly, she's like, well, she look like she know what she doing. I don't give a damn if she know what she doing. I don't give a damn if she done slept with every boy in high school. That baby is a baby, and a grown-ass man shouldn't be screwing her, okay? And as I said, I'm a hashtag me a survivor who ain't committed suicide, ain't killed nobody, ain't done a whole bunch of crazy shit that I could have done. I got some issues, but not issues to that degree. And it kills me when people who may not have gone through that type of abuse have the nerve. You just need to go sit down in the corner and shut the hell up. That's what you need to do. And if you think that this is okay, or something is wrong with you. So he proceeds to talk about, I'm going to find a video and put it below. Because it bugged me. When I saw, I was like, rewind. I want to make sure I heard this boy right. He said then people were saying, well, that Jared dude, the dude from Subway commercial, the other perv, that he only got, I forgot how many months or whatever. Okay, we know there's been discriminatory behavior when white folks is judged over other minorities. We already know that. And that dude should have been put in jail for some life-term behaviors as well. I'm sorry. Even if he's paying prostitutes, you knew they were underage. You even asked for more underage people. Something's wrong with you. And so people are pissed off. And like right now, the whole Kavanaugh thing, and where, they got this, I guess, hashtag, the president now talking about it's a bad day for men. How the hell is it a bad day for males? It's a bad day for a male who's been molested, raped, abused. It's not a bad day for people who are victimizers. It's not. Oh, because I'm gonna say something to y'all, and y'all forgive me for putting it this way. And I don't like innocent. I'm not saying innocent. We have to be careful of the appearance of things. And my personal thing is, I wasn't there, but I think the man did it. Kavanaugh. I believe he did. That woman's vivid. Her memories are too vivid, and their way of covering it up was too vivid, was too aggressive. And I don't think she's the only victim. We saw 3 or 4 victims coming out, and I feel there's probably a lot more. Okay, I don't know if they'll come out the woodwork, or maybe, like Trump, they started paying them off. But I do know that they got text messages of him trying to shut down one of the other victims. Okay, trying to shut her down through friends and stuff. They got text messages. So he done did some stuff, and he know what the hell he did. Y'all covering up. And now some people might say, well, you Christian, you should forgive. I do forgive. But I also know what we reap, we sow. And I believe that we learn from it. We can ask for forgiveness if we're sincere. There's a big difference between the two. But oftentimes you have people who are pervs with children, and whatever that psychological thing they got with kids, they can't get rid of. They got it's deep demonic psychological stuff going on. And they might need to go on and be put in a little facility by themselves and play with themselves and their other pervy friends. And they can all be pervs together and not be go and mess up some child's life. This little girl now got a baby on the way, and ain't no telling what her psychological damages are from the rape and the continued sexual abuse by this preacher. Get the hell out of here. Get out of here. I'll put the link below. And I don't know, what's getting me is the people who's defending this stuff. That's what's even, I had like one of my kids on my Facebook. He was saying, oh, y'all mad at R. Kelly. You should be mad at Michael Jackson. Okay. Well, and I don't know if Michael was a pervert. I'm going to say he was odd. But to the degree of what we saw with R. Kelly, we saw in the act, in a video that he had filmed. We never actually saw to that degree with Michael. Now, Michael might have been a perv. I don't know. Michael was odd. But in Michael's case, to me, 2 parties are guilty. Him and the parents. I'm not taking my children to Michael Jackson's house. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. Michael was just odd to me. I'm not taking my children to hang out with Mr. Bean either. Mr. Bean was odd to me. There's that 6th sense that a good parent should have. That should just rise, bubbling to the surface. That says, hell no. Hell no. Oh, you want to come over to Never Never Land for it? Frick no. No, my child is not coming to your Never Never Land. And if I was even going to have Neverland, I'm going to be there Neverland with them. No. And more no. So, yeah, I'm blown right now. I'm so blown. I'm blown. Folks, it's like something is wrong with people. I just sit up in here and I'm like, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong. I'll give you an example. This is really an easy example. Not on the first thing, just common sense stuff. I go to this restaurant here, I said, I want the green chili burro. It's just a burrito, some chip salsa, and a drink. She like, and I said, but I don't want no cheese on it. No cheese. She said, well, there's cheese on the inside of the burrito. And I was like, And I was like, well, I have a cheese tab in my pocket, but I don't want a lot of cheese. No cheese on the top of it. Okay. She brings me to the burrito covered in cheese. I said, I didn't want cheese. She goes, well, the green chili burrito is a pre-made sauce, and it's including cheese. If I told you I didn't want any cheese on top of it, wouldn't it have behooved you to tell me in the first place that the sauce that you put on top of the green chili burrito is a green chili sauce that has nothing but cheese already in it? Should have taken the whole thing back. Somebody help me. It's like something is wrong. And I sit here, I'm going, Lord, it's like people have, I don't know. Something is wrong. Something's wrong. I'm going to do a shout out video later. Chris Queen, the trucker. You at KLLM, congratulations. I know you said you got your CDL. Let us know how the rest of your journey is going. You should be fine. If you get a good trainer, you'll be fine. If you get a dude and he's a perv, report that stuff right away and get off that damn truck. Okay? Dustin, Quinn, I got your messages in the background on the Facebook 411. Congratulations if you are going over to that company. They are the company that merged with my company, just so you know. Okay? And you asked me if they're a good or bad company. Here's what I can tell you. They were not originally a starter company. That guy who formed that company came from a company I'm with right now. Okay? He was like second in command. When he formed that company, it was only experienced drivers. And then later, I think about 2012, 11, they incorporated new driver training. And then they became kind of like semi-starter company like this one. However, their reputation with their drivers was better than this one. And my trucking school instructor, to my knowledge, still works with them part-time on the weekends when she's not teaching at my trucking school. I have other people I know who went there and they've had good experiences. But I do know several YouTube truckers who used to work there, and they lost 4 major YouTube truckers that, kind of YouTube popular truckers. They lost them almost about the same time. I cannot tell you if they're good or bad. I don't know. I do know they were going to make you do for your physical. You're going to do a physical that is a DOT physical and then some. So that's the only reason I haven't gone over there, because I'm fluffy. I got a limp now after the fractured ankle, and I'm old, and I'm not in the shape to be doing aerobics and try to pass a physical. So I know that I have an associate of mine who used to be here, her and her husband. They went to go work for that company and didn't work. The husband passed, she didn't, and she and him both had weight loss surgery. And she's in pretty good shape. She said that by the time she got doing some of the exercises they gave her, they then asked her to take this 50-pound thing across the floor, and she was exhausted and couldn't do it. So I don't know what kind of shape you're in, but I'm just going to tell you, be ready for that. I do know they do a hair follicle test. Our company does it too now. Oh, let me branch off on that too real quick. So I was helping my friend's cousin, and one of the things I asked him, I said, have you smoked anything in the last, I usually say 60 to 90 days, because I don't know how far a piss test goes back, but it should be within 3 months. I'm thinking. I've never done any kind of drugs. I've never smoked anything ever in my life, on God's holy word. And the only thing I've ever thought about possibly trying is a cigar, and I like the smell of the vapes. That's it, and I have never tried them, okay? Now, I'll have a cocktail, but my cocktails aren't, how do I put it? Me and Joe go to, like, restaurants. Joe's 62, I'm 50, and I've never been a partier to get sloppy drunk. I think I've maybe had a good buzz in my 20s. And after that, I'm too weird about not having my faculties. I'm just weird about it. And I ended up being always a designated driver, but I have to have my faculties. I've had friends and I watch them get drunk and I don't understand. I just can't. I can't be there. So most of the times we go to restaurants. Most of your restaurant drinks are very much watered down. You get a margarita, if it's got a spit, some spit of tequila in it, I'll be shocked. You get a Bloody Mary, same thing. They usually don't have. It's usually more of the mix than there is any alcohol in it. The only thing you're going to get that's going to probably be have any alcohol is wine. Now, we go to wine bars and we do that. We may have 1 or 2 glasses and we're done. And wine just makes me relax. I just want to go and go, okay, cool. Thanks, dude, hanging out. And I want to go and lay down or, just chill. I don't want anything else. So, just to let you know, sorry, y'all, stretching my eyeball. And the load I'm swapping with another driver, and I'm going to Missouri, which I'm actually happy. I prefer to go to Missouri opposed to Wisconsin. So they're picking the load up tonight. I'm gonna take their load, and then I'm going to Missouri, and they're going to Wisconsin. Anyway, what was I gonna tell y'all? I asked him that question about the 60 to 90 days, and he's like, "Oh, I just smoke every so often." Trucker Bill's on the call with me. And I'm like, look, people, when you come in this industry, let me chat with y'all. If you smoked or did any kind of drugs, or if you have an alcohol issue, you want to make sure that's under control if you want to plan on having this as a job. A job, career, whatever you want to call it. If it's a way to make an income and you want to continue to do it, you need to make sure that is either the smoking has to just cut off altogether. And if you don't understand, DOT is looking at FMCSA. They're looking at making hair follicle tests mandatory for all trucking CDL holders. Okay? Pluck. And that right there is going to stretch back more than some 60 to 90 days. I don't know how far it goes back, but it's going to stretch. Okay? This is a major trucking train hub right here, by the way. It's my dad's train company. This is their major hub here in Clovis. So they run 2 trains at the same time. This train's all up in here. Yeah. And there's even a train track behind me as well. Anyway, let me do that real quick. Okay, y'all there? Okay. You need to make sure that that's in order. That whole, and so he's like, "Oh, I just do it." And Bill jumped in. Bill said, "Look, bro, I've smoked before." He said, "But if you gonna do this job right here, that's got to cease altogether." And he said, "Let me explain to you." He says, they can do a random anytime. He said, "I'm going to tell you," and they can random in transportation, they'll random any of their employees. It's true. He said one day he was working for Saya. He said all of a sudden it was right before, I think, some holiday weekend. And they had 12 dudes working on the dock. They random all 12. When Bill came back, I think it was the next day or the day after, there were only 4 of those dock workers still employed with the company because everybody went to go puff puff. If you can't let that go, you crazy as hell. You're looking at a job that's going to pay you $45 up or more per year, and you can't stop smoking marijuana. And what really kills me is when you over the age of 20. To me, and again, I've never smoked, but that's some shit kids do. Oh, see how I feel. After you need to let that go. Leave it alone. And there's some people, I love it. Okay. So it's worth not being able to hold a regular, decent job. It's worth you losing your job to smoke something that grows in the ground. You're crazy as hell. Go have a cocktail every so often. And if you have an addiction or alcohol issue, you need to get that under control because you shouldn't be doing any of it. So, yeah, please listen to me. Listen. Make sure you have it under control. Secondly, if you have smoked and you're coming into the industry, because he didn't know what he was doing, I said, you can't just, because he's like, well, I'm looking at this company. Oh, you just told me you possibly smoked 90 days ago. So right now, what you need to find out is who you can go to and not test positive through hair follicle. You need to find out who you can pee in a cup for. That's what you need to find out. So, guys, you gotta use some wisdom if you're gonna do this. So use wisdom. Anywho, people, and don't be smoking while you're out here. And you even have to be careful if you got friends who smoke, because you can get the contact or whatever from them. So if they smoke, you need to be not around them when they're doing it. I don't play, because I had some friends of mine who were smokers. I'm like, I don't want the smell of it. I don't want anything around it. So I just tell them, you need to take that somewhere else. I don't either that, or if you're gonna do it in your house and I'm there, I'll see you later. No, I don't. No, and more no. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. Y'all be blessed. I gotta get this mud up from this floor. I'm gonna take all this and put it in a trash bag. But if you ever have it, you can put like grocery bags or trash bags on your feet. I was already muddy, so I was like, the hell with it, because I'm gonna have to wash everything and hard check mud in the truck, and it's even worse now. But I'm gonna put it all in a plastic trash bag, and then as soon as I get somewhere, and I just took these tennis shoes down, I gotta bag them all up. So as soon as I get somewhere, then I'll go ahead and go wash them at one of the truck stops or terminals. Anyway, peace. I love Oregon. Probably one of my favorites. So, on the sushi place here in Hayward, California. You guys can see that. So me and my students are stuck in a dock. So he doesn't like sushi. So I said, dude, I'm out, and I'm getting some sushi. You wouldn't expect this here, but the ratings on Yelp are pretty good. So thank you. All right, cool. Thank you. And I got some sashimi. I got a roll. I got a hand roll. I'm getting a Diet Coke and some sushi in Hayward, California. Peace.